This is NBK, nothing but Knicks. When send past the assist, you know that it's #1 show that breaks down the game. If you can't play defense, stay out my way. Dribble the ball, come down the lane. 5 seconds on the shot clock, who gon' win us the game? You wanna hear Nick updates and trade rumors? Post-game reviews, this the place you tune in. So tell a friend just to keep the ball moving. Like the page if you feeling the movement. Every game we coming to win. Give us a sub like a player that came off the bench. This is NBK, nothing but Knicks.
Knicks family, what's poppin'? It's your boy. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm glad I could be here tonight. You know what I'm saying? I had a long day, full of basketball, traveling in basketball, but I did get a chance to watch the Knicks while I was watching my guys play. And of course, I saw the Julius Randle injury. You know what I'm saying? And, when I seen it happen, all I could do was shake my head and say, damn. You know what I'm saying? And I hate, this is the Miami Heat, man. And I'm not even saying it was a dirty play or nothing like that, but every time we play the Heat, seems like we suffer some kind of injury, right? Randall sprained his ankle against the Heat last year.
IQ too.
IQ as well.
Brunson got stepped on by Bam.
Now I feel like those injuries were a little bit. I don't feel like this one was, right? The guy was trying to take an offensive foul. I don't feel like this one was, but those injuries, I think that, those were something different. But damn, man. Julius Randle, it's been confirmed that it's a dislocated shoulder. What can you say? According to Jeff Stotts, the primary concern after shoulder dislocation is the associated soft tissue damage, the ligaments, the labrum, etc., which will ultimately dictate treatment options. Average time lost for an in-season, nondescript shoulder location is 31 days, 11.7 games. If that's the damage, given the situation, okay, all right. If he misses 11, if there's not much other damage, then maybe it's only 11 games or so. Oh, well, I'll take that big time. You know what I'm saying? I'll take it big time. Right now, according to Ian Begley, league sources confirm that there was nothing of significance found on the X-ray of Julius Randle's shoulder, as Woj said. That's left people cautiously optimistic that Randle avoided a significant injury, but they won't know anything definitive until results of the MRI. So, we're left to, hope that the X-ray is accurate and there's nothing more that's been done. The only thing I'll say is this. I've been watching some videos just about this sort of injury. And in order, just from what I've watched and reputable sources, not just any kind of crazy stuff, in order for the shoulder to dislocate, there almost has to be some damage to surrounding ligaments or the labrum. I guess now it's what is the severity of that damage? You know what I'm saying? Like in order for it to dislocate, there has to be some kind of damage. So most sources that I look at, when researching about dislocated shoulders, say 3 to 4 weeks minimum. You know what I mean? But still, you really won't know much more until you get the results of the MRI. And, I have recent experience with this, not with a shoulder, but with MRI results. I have a young lady on my basketball team that our best player in our fall league, she landed on her knee. She landed on one leg. You know, a lot of pain in her knee. Went and got an x-ray, no damage. Right? The doctor said it's more than likely a sprain. Gave her a certain amount of time to rest, gave her some things to do in order to come back. Boom. She comes back, the end of fall league, lands on it again. Right? She goes out. This time, I said, Dad, you got to get an MRI. He knew this already. Got to get an MRI. He goes and gets an MRI. Boom. Ends up torn meniscus and a torn ACL. Right? Because she got an x-ray. The second time, she got an x-ray. And the results showed no damage. But the x-ray can't tell you if anything happened to the ligaments. The x-ray tells you about bone structure and damage. And the MRI was able to tell her, yeah, you had some ligaments torn. Right? So that's what this MRI is going to be. So you can look at the ligaments to see what kind of damage has been done to the ligaments. Tony, how'd you feel when you seen it happen?
I knew immediately it was dislocated shoulder. I'll tell you that. I've seen it a bunch of times, and I mean, this one wasn't as bad visually as some dislocated shoulders that I've seen in the past, and that might be another encouraging sign. Like, it wasn't visibly dislocated. You know what I mean? Like, you couldn't see the bulge too much. You know what I mean? But and this is off arm, which I think that's another positive.
Right.
But yeah, it was hard to enjoy the win at the end, knowing you know he was hurt and he was gonna be out sometime.
Yeah, very hard. There's a guy that you all might be familiar with, and I'm gonna see if I can get him on the show too to talk about it. Dr. Brian Sutterer, and he breaks down sports injuries. He's on YouTube. Brian Sutterer, MD. And he broke down Julius Randle's shoulder injury. And he actually broke this down before he even knew the actor, what the results were. He looked at it and, he really did point out certain areas of the shoulder where you could see the disformation of his arm. And, he said, yeah, this is, from everything that I see, this is a shoulder dislocation. And then he goes on and talks about the treatment, how long he could be out, and the treatment, the amount of time out, so on and so forth, is really due to the other damage surrounding the shoulder. It's a really good video. You should check it out. If I can, I'll put the link in the chat. But man, disappointing to say the least. The very good win. Very, very good win. Another good win by the Knicks. But it ends kind of with a downer. So, Tony, if Julius Randle is out, first let's if Julius Randle is out 4 weeks, what do the Knicks do? If it's just 4 weeks, what do you think they do?
I mean, I've been contemplating, thinking this all, since the game ended, of possible domino effects to this injury. Number one, lineup wise, I think it's the Villanova boys. It's OG moving to the 4. But again, that increases our need to make some type of move to solidify second unit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Taking Josh Hart, one losing Randle, but taking Josh Hart out that second unit is gonna be critical. I wasn't the biggest fan of Bruce Brown, and bringing him in, but I think he makes a lot more sense. If Hart is being inserted into the starting lineup,
Mm-hmm.
he would be like a perfect replacement for what Hart. You know what I mean? Hart's production in on the bench unit.
So that means OG going to the
The four.
four and
Mm-hmm.
Hart coming in at the three. We definitely get smaller. Get a
Yeah,
lot smaller because Hart 6'4". I know he can jump and I know he can rebound and all that kind of stuff and he can defend. But size, given all of that, size still means something. You definitely get smaller
we
quickly.
do, but I think that's the best thing that could work if we're well, number one, immediately without any trade or somebody being signed right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's the immediate solution, because it's not like we have anybody else of size
Right.
to put in there. I wouldn't really move Precious up to the starting lineup in place of Randall. I think the smartest thing is, kind of, putting Hart in at the three, moving OG to the four. I think we don't lose. If anything, we may gain some defensively, even though we're smaller.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it may, what I mean. I think that could work. It pushes the pace in that second unit a little bit with Hart being able to push the ball. Um, gives us a little bit more mismatches, and Hart can guard up. He's been doing it his whole time here, pre OG.
Right.
So you know what I mean. And obviously OG can guard up, down, sideways,
Right.
upside down, with whatever.
Yeah. I wouldn't. I would think about Precious at the fourth spot. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like it would at least keep the same size, and he can play defense. He's not obviously neither one of the two is going to give you what Randall gives you offensively. But then Jericho Sims could, still come in and play center because you have another center. Jericho Sims could play center, and you kind of keep the second unit a little bit more intact. Either way, the second unit is not going to be intact. It's gonna, it's gonna change. But I think Tom Thibodeau probably will go with Josh Hart in that starting lineup. You know what I'm saying? Just because he's been in the starting lineup before, it's not new to him. You know what I'm saying? He's played next to Randall. He's also played next to OG with Precious at the five. Right? In that second unit, it's been Josh Hart, OG Anunoby, Precious at the five, Deuce, and Quentin Grimes. So, that would make sense because now you're just taking what you've been doing in the second unit and bringing it into the first unit, right? With OG and Josh Hart. So, yeah, that probably makes the most sense. Probably makes the most sense. And then you got to figure out what you're doing. If anything, if it wasn't solidified before that the Knicks would be making a move at the trade deadline, this has got to solidify it, right? Right? This has got to solidify it. That the Knicks will be making a move. It's just now, which move do you make?
And does this put pressure on them to make a bigger move? You know what I mean? We were saying the smaller move might be enough. You know what I
Right.
mean? For right now. But Randall being such a big piece to what we do, does that make it more pressure to make somewhat, like, if Murray wasn't on the option before, you know what I mean, for whatever reason, does Murray become more of an option now as opposed to somebody who may not have been as
Right.
much of a you know what I mean, scoring threat or
Right.
offensive threat, you know what I mean?
Right.
So interesting. Or like a guy like Jeremy Grant, you know what I mean?
Or a
you know
guy
what I
like
mean? Like
DeMar DeRozan.
DeRozan, great. Another one.
Because DeRozan, if it's long term and it's going to be season ending, you might say, you know what, let's make a move for DeRozan, because I still think that you could play DeRozan in that lineup when Julius Randle gets back.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that could be, DeMar DeRozan is in the last year of his contract, so then you got to figure that out as well, for next year. But that could, I think, make some sense if it's going to be. Let's hope that it's not a season-ending injury. But if it were to be, I think that could make sense. You know what I mean? Or do you, even if it's season-ending, do you just say, you know what? Let's not make any shotgun moves that really hurt us. Like we have a plan to try to add whoever in the offseason. Okay, we know Randall is hurt. Let's not make a shotgun move that kills our chances to make a splash or bring in whoever during the offseason. You know what I mean? Because we know Randall's going to come back next year. You know what I'm saying? And then, hopefully we got that guy in tow, where if we make a move now out of desperation, just to fill this spot and compete as much as you can this year, or try to contend, or whatever whatever you're saying, then you might not have enough to make that move in the summer. You know what I mean? That would be the only thing that I get afraid of when it comes to, trying to say, well, all right, Randall's out, we got to go get this guy or that guy. You know what I'm saying?
I think no matter what, they would still be strategic.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it would be something that jeopardizes their long-term plan. You know what I mean? I just think this injury has to open up more options or broaden their thought process. You know what I mean? A little bit. It don't got to be drastic, but it has to make them look at certain things differently.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's a new variable.
It's a new variable. No doubt about that. You know what I mean? Definitely no doubt about that. They play Charlotte when? Monday?
If Charlotte is next, it's Monday. Yeah, the next game is Monday.
Charlotte's the next game. I think that's Monday.
And then Monday and Wednesday are the next two games.
Yeah. So in the short term, no matter what, you got to figure out something in the short term. I think I agree with you. I think Josh Hart is probably going to be that starting lineup, and then OG is going to be at the 4 spot. Glad Isaiah Hartenstein is back, because we really would have been hurt.
Yeah, you seen him go down in the game too. I don't know if it was just a trip or what, but that that was a little scary.
Right.
Man.
It definitely puts a damper,
man,
bro. It puts a damper on the win. A really good win, a game where the Knicks, went up 13 points, lost the lead, and then regained. As a matter of fact, at the end of the third quarter, I think it was, Randle hits a 3. The Miami Heat cut the lead to 1. They could have tied it, but Jimmy Butler missed a free throw. Julius Randle knocks down a 3.
No, they did tie it, because that put us up 3.
Oh, I thought it put us up 4. Because I thought he missed the free throw.
I'm pretty sure we was up 3. Going into that was the end of the quarter, right?
That was the end of the quarter. Oh, I thought he missed the free throw. I thought I heard him say that, because I was watching 2 games at one time. I thought I heard him say that he missed the free throw, that Jimmy Butler missed it, that he had a chance to tie it, but he missed it.
No, it was tied. He put us up 3.
Okay.
I'm almost 100%.
Okay.
Yeah. Put
But either way, we go into hitting that 3 shifted the momentum back to the Knicks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Shifted the momentum back to the Knicks, and then the Knicks, run away with it in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, just to maybe boost our spirits up and energy up a little bit. It was a great win. You know what I mean? Like, I think
No,
this.
actually, Butler, he did. He missed the free throw.
He did?
Yeah, he missed the free throw. But I don't know what. I mean, the Knicks were still up 3, but he missed the free throw.
Okay, so
Yeah, so maybe that could have gave them the lead or something. I don't know.
yeah. It would have gave him the lead then.
Yeah,
But yeah, I know it was Grimes playing like he don't want to be traded.
word. No doubt about that.
Grimes out here, you know what I mean? Just try to do things to win. But he's looking good. He's looking good the past 2 games.
Yeah, he is.
You know what I mean? The aggressiveness, this is what we wanted from him. You know what I mean? Show some aggressiveness. Go to the basket. That Josh Hart dunk with the left.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like everybody had impact tonight. Precious defense on Bam. They was giving Bam the Randle treatment.
Yeah. No,
Straight up.
everybody definitely had an impact on the game. There's no doubt about it. You know what I mean? Everybody had an impact on the game.
It was
just
felt like we was really still peaking, still going up.
I mean, it felt like obviously it wasn't the type of blowout that we seen with Denver, but the type of contributions is similar to the Denver game. The type of contributions that the Knicks had. It's just that, there's a damper over the game now. You know what I mean? There's a cloud.
The positive thing.
We need a new team for this black cloud to follow.
Because while it's over me, it's too dark to see tomorrow.
You know what I mean?
Oh. The one thing I say is we've been dealing with adversity all year, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've been preaching the next man up mentality. This is coming off of Tibbs out here. Obviously Randle wasn't hurt, but he's saying how he's confident in all 15 guys.
Right.
And you know what I mean? Like, so the message remains the same. The philosophy remains the same. You know what I mean? And this has to build character for the whole team.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like they continuously find a way to overcome.
Right.
Whatever
there's no
is.
doubt about that. They continuously find a way to overcome. And, let's hope that this becomes, one of those learning processes where they figure out new ways to score, figure out new ways to win basketball games. And so now, when the rubber hits the road, now you got some more things in your toolkit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Hopefully, that's the way it turns out to be. Big shout out to Dahi Zulu. Hopefully, I said that correctly. Thank you for the Cash App. And ladies and gentlemen, the channel has been remonetized. But if you want to do a super chat, you can always do it through Cash App. We can still get your message up on the screen. It's just YouTube won't get a cut. Definitely appreciate it. Or you can do it through Cash App, or you can just share it. Either way, I appreciate you being here. He said, the injury bug is hitting hard. We can't catch a break, or we're catching all the wrong breaks. We're catching the breaks. We just ain't catching the right breaks. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the injury bug is hitting the Knicks hard. So far, we've been winning throughout. Let's see what we can do now without Julius Randle. It's definitely going to be tougher. You know what I mean? But I guess we got to figure out something. Jalen Brunson may have to drop 40 every night. You know what I mean? And if maybe he wasn't a starter, maybe he wasn't an all-star starter, But if he drops 40 every night, you got to start mentioning him in the MVP race. You dig what I'm saying? The MVP race. Let me get to a phone call right quick. Then we're going to talk about the box score of the game, get into the game a little bit. Then, I definitely want to get your thoughts on the Julius Randle injury. So feel free to call in 516-362-5212. Call you live. Name me where you're from, please.
Hey, Simeon. How you doing?
I'm doing good personally, but just a little disappointed with this whole thing with Julius Randle.
It really hurts because I'm watching this game, and right before the injury happens, I'm thinking like, man, the Knicks are putting together another great win, and this team is showing that they are for real with the OG. Just things are coming together. They're looking like an elite team. The way that they're playing, that they could have easily folded up early in the game when Miami had a lead, and in the past they would have panicked, but they didn't, and they stayed strong. Even when Miami went on those runs, that they kept their composure. And I'm like, man, this is a great win, and then this happens. It's so frustrating, I feel a large part of success, unfortunately, you can say in sports or life, depends on luck, which is really out of your control. That's one thing that this injury shows for sure.
Yeah. Let me ask both of you guys this question. I heard Obi's back on the trading block. You go back and get Obi if this is a long-term thing?
Well,
if it costs one second round pick,
I'd do that for 1 second round pick.
Yeah.
and the trade
if it was a
structure.
second round pick, I would think about it, but definitely not a first round pick for Obi. Just, I don't know. Like, I was thinking about maybe we can trade for PJ Washington. I know the Hornets are trying to get rid of him, possibly. I don't know how many years left he has on his contract.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's going to be interesting to see what the Knicks do. Listen, like Tony said, Tom Thibodeau said it the other day, I got confidence in all 15 players.
Yes. Let me ask you a question, though. With Julius being out, you're saying that they should put OG at power forward. So if we put OG at power forward, then, I like him at the 3 more than the 4. I know this is kind of crazy, but would you consider starting Precious at 4 and keeping OG at the 3?
I mean, it's something that I would consider. I would definitely consider it. You know what I mean? I think what I would do in the beginning is I would go with Josh Hart in the beginning, and then I would use a lineup where I have OG at the 3 and Precious at the 4 with Hartenstein at the 5 and see what it looked like. The problem is this. Precious really isn't an outside shooter, so it takes away some of your spacing. Julius Randle isn't a great outside shooter, but, he can make it, which, creates a little bit more spacing. Precious, you know what I mean?
Right.
Doesn't shoot it from the outside, so, does it cramp your spacing? I don't know. We're having Hartenstein and Precious out there at the same time.
Right. No, you're absolutely right. Both of them are not good scorers. And then OG, I feel that even though he's scoring a lot of these games, he benefited from the center of gravity Julius and Jalen Brunson generates. And now without them, he's going to have to, work hard to get points. I feel that could also be an issue to some degree.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, man. We'll see what's going to happen. We'll find out Monday.
It's gonna be tough. I'm just trying to think of a way they could get around this, but they're gonna all have to dig deep, and someone's gonna have to step up offensively. I don't know who can that be.
Right.
To be honest.
I mean, they're gonna have to base it a little bit more on ball movement.
Right. Definitely ball movement, and just hitting all the open shots they can get. Jalen Brunson, you talked about him scoring 40 points a game. He might have to get 20 assists a game, too, at the same time.
Yeah, he's gonna have to be Captain Clutch and Superman at the same time.
I see a 70-point Brunson game coming.
Word up. We've been having 70-point games the past week. It's Brunson's turn. Just might be Brunson's turn.
Hey, it wouldn't surprise me if he drafts 70. The way the NBA is these days, I
Yeah.
think anybody can get 70 who's a star on just any given night. All you do is get hot, and he's going to get a lot of chances to do that now.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt about it. You get hot, you have a chance to do it. But yeah, I think Brunson probably knows in his head, I got to take over. I don't think he's going to force it. I still think you're going to see, I think you'll see more ball movement and man movement from this team. You know what I mean? That doesn't necessarily say that, it's better. You know what I mean? It's just, I think that's the way you're going to have to score the basketball. You know what I mean? One of the problems is now you can really cue in on Brunson. You know what I'm saying? Because Randle is another anchor. He's another guy that attracts the defense. Who else is attracting who else do we have on the team that can attract the defense?
Right.
That's where the scary part is.
And, I was going to say, Randall, people can say what they want about him, but he's a legit scorer. There are a lot of guys that get 20 in this league, but Randall's a legit 20-point scorer. Just the way he can get buckets and just the double teams he commands. Even this game, they were trying to double team him at times.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Right. And, you're going to be missing that. I don't know how you make it up. You know what I mean?
One question I would ask you, even before this injury happened, the Knicks were talking about making another trade to get another player to put them over that hump. Do you still think the Knicks should make a trade to get another guy like they were originally planning to, with DeJounte Murray or someone else?
I mean, I think, like Tony said, you got to factor this into your decision making and how you're moving forward. You know what I mean? No pun intended, but you got to factor it in and figure some things out. You probably give it a couple games, though. You probably give it a couple games to see how's it look, what's it look like, what are we doing, what do we need to do.
Right. No, absolutely. I see what you're saying. And obviously, I'm hoping for the best for Julius Randle. But let's say in a situation where it's the worst case scenario and he's done for the year, what do the Knicks do then? Do they just stand pat and just finish the season the way it is and then decide what they're going to do during the off season? Or, what do they do in that situation?
Yeah, it's a tough one. I think, though, you got to use Evan Fournier's contract to bring in a guy that can, maybe play some power forward as well as, help out from the guard spots every once in a while. You know what I mean? I seen somebody mention Kyle Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma could be a guy that does that. He's not going to bring he's not going to bring what Randle brings. You know what I mean? But he could be a guy that does that. I talked about DeMar DeRozan earlier. You know what I mean? The thing you gotta stay focused on as well is, we don't want to give up. We don't want to give up our chance to make a big move over the summer or next year. Right? So I think you got to be real.
Right.
You really got to calculate what it is that you're doing because you don't want to, be desperate, make a big move, and then all of a sudden somebody comes free and you don't got the chips to make, to bring that guy in. So you got to be careful.
Right. That's what I'm thinking.
Call Melo.
That you might have to.
Call Melo. Say, look, man, you know what I'm saying? You still in shape? Come on, give us a couple minutes. Give us 20 minutes a game.
Hey, we should just throw Carmelo. We'll draft your son also. So
right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Come on, Knicks 100. Come on, man. Don't do that to Melo.
Yeah, no, you make some great points. I was just thinking that, Knicks might have to take the pain if the worst case scenario comes true and then just wait to make a big move in the summertime instead of just rushing, making a move out of panic, which is not a good way to go. I think they've had a history of doing that in the past. That this is really going to test them mentally, I feel.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's going to be interesting. Hey, my man, thank you for the call. I appreciate your time.
You're welcome. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it. 1 a.m. Still getting phone calls, ladies and gentlemen. Feel free to call in. 516-362-5212. Tony, what do you think? Can you get a DeMar DeRozan without giving up your ability to bring in another guy over the summer?
I think so. I mean, what's DeRozan make?
28.9, something like that. I think. I'm gonna check it out.
I mean, I don't know then, because I think you gotta re-sign him.
28.6.
Yeah, you would have to resign him, and then if you do that, you can't move him until 6 months.
Right.
So I don't know if you can.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think if you DeRozan, I don't think you can.
Right. Not you can't trade for him and keep your options open. Yeah.
Like you could. Right. I mean, you could extend your options like down the road, but it's not. It wouldn't be in the summer. Not without moving a different piece to the
6 months would be if you traded for him February 8th. 6 months from February would be what?
No, you have to extend them.
You would have to extend them. That's right. I'm bugging.
6 months from the extension.
You got to extend them. 6 months from. So the extension would be, I don't know, 6 months from the date that you signed the extension, right?
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. Yeah, that's a difficult
So the real
spot.
question is, could they extend them during the season?
Right.
Because that'll
when can that extension happen? Yeah, sticky situation.
But even if they extended him in the summertime, it'll by the 6 months will be before the trade deadline.
Before the trade deadline,
You know what I mean?
right? You'd still be able to move him. But if that guy comes up during the summer, you don't have that contract to be able to move.
Or he's just not the guy. You know,
or he's just not the guy, right? Now you gotta, but that may be something that you don't.
Yeah.
You might with players that you don't want to use. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know it's gonna. I'm confident in the front office though. I'm confident in the front office. I think they can figure it out. Jim Ellis, thank you for the Cash App. He said we have a good team. We keep going. Next man up. I dig it. It's just who's that next man? You know what I mean? How do we fill in the gaps? Randle provides a physicality. You know what I mean? Like this year he's been bruising guys down low. You know what I'm saying? Bruising guys down low. Just going wherever he wants to go. You know what I mean?
And flexing.
Yeah.
Man, I was so mad. Like he was just flexing on him, and then boom.
Boom. You know what I mean? It's it's hard. How do you fill that in? It's hard. It's hard to fill it in. You know what I mean? I think Precious, though, his role is going to get a lot bigger. And he's going to have to help provide some of that physicality, the rebounding. He can't provide what Randle does on the offensive side, but he can play defense. He can rebound the ball, provide physicality. He can do some of those things.
High energy.
Get the offense from someplace else. The good thing, Tom Thibodeau's been in this situation before, right? With the Bulls. You know what I'm saying? They've been able to coach that team to, do some things that you didn't expect they could do. Hopefully, we'll only talk about 3 to 4 weeks for Julius Randle. Then he's back ready to go. Hopefully, that's what it is. If not, got to figure something out. Silk, what's popping with you, brother?
What up, fellas? What up, Tony? What up, Sam?
Chilling, man.
Peace, fam.
Sam, you gotta remember the golden rule, my brother. When you break up with your ex and she asks you over 4 months down the line for dinner, you gotta say no. Let it go. Get off Obi Toppin, man.
You say don't get us Obi or get us Obi.
No. I'm thinking about a Toppin, but I was thinking about Jacob if Hart goes to the starting line. He's a big enough 6'6" guy to play the 3 off the bench. He can help us with the rebounds. He can help us with cutting and slashing to the rim.
All right, but are we skipping
how that worked out?
But are we skipping over guys like Charlie Brown, who we've seen actually produce in the G League, in the Summer League?
Jacob, if you look at his numbers in the G League, he actually did produce this year in the G League. He did. He would average 17 points, about 9 rebounds.
I get
he even
got
one of them G League awards for the best player of the week kind of thing.
Yeah, I get that, but he hasn't even played in the league before.
I know.
What about Charlie? Charlie Brown has played in the league, right? He's a little small. He's smaller than Randle, but
he's small. That's what I'm saying. I want some size. I need some size because we losing a lot with Randle. We ain't got nobody. Nobody can replace that beast mode guy. We ain't got nobody that can be beast mode Randle.
No, nobody's gonna do that.
We gotta get somebody who will score a little bit and rebound a little bit to help out Precious.
Yeah.
Because Ihart's looking like he did last year in the beginning when he had that Achilles problem. He looking a little slow-footed and not as hyper and active. So he may take a minute.
Yeah. Man. I don't know.
I know. I'm gonna put a GoFundMe page and put a malpractice suit on the Heat because they always banging up our players, man.
Always.
Every time we play them, we lose somebody. Every time we play them.
Yeah, somebody. We lose somebody. I don't know.
Yes, Sam. Did you see that bootleg play Bam tried to do on Precious right before Brunson hit the killer 3? He grabbing him like he's a tackle, and he pushing him and hugging him. And how you not calling that a foul? He just grabbing him and pushing him out the way, and then Precious knew what he was trying to do and boxed him out and got the rebound.
Yeah,
how you going? That's not a pick.
Because the Heat built that. The Heat built that kind of reputation. You know what I'm saying? And so the refs are like, oh, this is how they play. They're not, they can't call everything. And so so much it gets let go when the Heat play. Because I think they just had that mentality that the ref can't call a foul on all 5 players. I guarantee you, if you watch closely, there's a foul by 4 to 5 guys on every play. That's how they play ball.
I know. Well, they call moving picks on us all the time. He grabbing the guy and pushing him out the way like he's playing football.
Right.
Like it's a pass rush.
Right.
Like, come on, crazy. Man. Yeah. I think we're gonna be all right though. I believe he'll be back after the All-Star break. But that's gonna take out 2 players in the All-Star team out the picture now because the coaches ain't gonna pick Randle now. They know he ain't gonna be able to play.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. If Jalen Brunson really goes off during this time period, you got to mention him in the MVP race, right?
Could be, because without Randle, they can't say Randle's helping him.
Right. You know what I mean? So if he goes off, you got to mention him. You got to mention him. It'll be blasphemous not to.
Baby Kawhi. But baby Kawhi got to help us out now. He got to come up. Baby Kawhi.
Hey, listen. He's been first. He wanted a bigger role. He wanted a bigger offensive role, right? You've been seeing him knock down the mid range. You've been seeing him, create a little bit for himself. Now it's time to do it. It's go time. It's go time. You know what I mean?
And he got to start getting rebounds. As big as strong and stuff he do, that's the one thing he ain't doing. He ain't getting a lot of rebounds for us.
Well, yeah.
He getting 2 and 3 a game, maybe 4.
Yeah.
He got to up his rebound game without Randle.
Yeah, the thing is, when you got Precious and you got Randle and you got Hartenstein, how many rebounds you got to go around.
Right.
But now Randle ain't there, he's going to have to step that part of his game up, no doubt about it. I agree 100%.
I'm keeping hope alive. I just had to call you because I heard you mention Like, come on, Sim. Don't go back to the exes. We can't go back to the exes. Not the exes.
Sometimes your ex knows you the best.
Yeah, but sometimes they put stuff in your coffee you don't want in there.
No, bull. I feel you.
All right, fellas.
All right.
Have a good one.
All right, peace. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, tonight Jalen Brunson had 32 points, 8 assists tonight for the Knicks. Led the team in scoring, led the team in assists. Jalen Brunson's been averaging 8 assists since the OG trade. He's been averaging 8 assists. Randle had 19 points, 9 rebounds tonight. 19 points for OG Anunoby. 14 points for Josh Hart. 9 rebounds for Josh Hart. 12 points for Quentin Grimes, 4 rebounds. Precious Achiuwa had 4 points and 10 rebounds. Isaiah Hartenstein returning from injury, 4 points, 6 rebounds tonight. Only played 15 minutes. Dante DiVincenzo, 11 points, 2 assists. So, listen, guys are going to have a chance to step up, right? Quentin Grimes will have a chance to step up and score some more. Josh Hart, Dante DiVincenzo is going to get more chances to score the ball. And, of course, OG is going to get more chances to score the ball. So, this is time to do it. It's time for these guys to do it. You know what I mean? Damn, still just kind of depressing, man. The Knicks, though, they played a good basketball game, dominated the glass 46-38, 25 assists for the Knicks tonight. They shot 51.7% from the field. They shot 51.5% from the three-point line. Only 69% from the free throw line, though, for the Knicks. All right, but, the Knicks have been shooting the ball so well. I remember in the beginning of the season, or maybe a little bit into the season, and I talked about how the Knicks shooting is normally the difference between them and whoever they're playing, whoever they lose to, the shooting. But the Knicks have been shooting the ball, just been shooting the ball well. Their percentages are high. They're efficient. You know what I mean? Points in the paint by the Knicks, 52-50. Second chance points, Miami won that 12-8. And fast break points. There was a point where Miami was up like 21-0 or something like that. Fast break points, but the Knicks were still winning the basketball.
And we had the lead. Yep.
And we had the lead.
Yep.
Yeah, double-digit lead maybe at that point.
It was crazy.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Because the Knicks shot so efficiently from the field. So efficiently from the field. Let's take a listen to Tom Thibodeau and, just his feelings about the game versus the Miami Heat. All right. This is Tom Thibodeau, ladies and gentlemen. Just take a listen.
I thought we played well. I knew we would get their best. I thought they played well. It's a hard-fought game. Every time we got away, they came back, and then I thought we responded really well. We didn't close the third the way we hoped to, and then the fourth we responded in a very positive way. I thought in the first half, I thought our bench gave us a good lift. We started the game slowly, but the bench came in and they played great. And the second half was, a hard-fought game. When we play these guys, we know the type of game that it's going to be. So you got to compete for all 48 minutes. There's going to be runs both ways, and you got to respond. Anyone who's coming back, you're watching. I thought he moved okay, but I liked the way Precious was playing. So we had a good rhythm with that group, and we just stayed with it. I like the way he played a lot. Just hustled, played hard, made a couple big shots, so Precious gave us really good minutes. Josh gave us phenomenal minutes, and Quentin gave us really good minutes. I thought Deuce in the first half was really good, so I think that was important for us. Then OG was OG, of course. I thought Jalen was terrific. I thought Julius made a lot of big plays for us. So we got good production. Dante shot the ball well early, so that was what we needed, his threes, obviously. But, and we closed the half on a pretty good run, too. Now, that was real good. The thing that, you like about him is there's positive energy from him every day. So the basketball part, we traded for him because we thought he was really good, and we gave up a lot for him, too. So he's been great on both sides of the ball. He's a great teammate. He's very coachable. And so he's been huge for us. And I think it's helping the team. I think it's twofold. I think we're a good fit for him, and I think he's a good fit for us. He's being evaluated right now. So other than that, shoulder, I know that, obviously. So when we have more information, we'll give it to you.
You know that came out, dislocated?
I don't know exactly. He's back with medical right now.
How concerned?
Very, but, you're concerned anytime someone gets hurt, and, you hope for the best, and that's where we are. But I also feel that if he's out, then next guy get in there and get it done. The course of a season, guys are gonna get nicked up. That's part of this, and so the challenge for the guys who aren't in the rotation is to be ready. So the practices are their games, and then at some point everyone gets called upon, and then respond well. We count on everyone. So that's the thing I like about our team. The guys are invested in the team. They're invested in each other. And so whoever gets in there, everyone's capable of executing well. So that's all you have to do, get in there and execute. Both teams are hard playing, so there's going to be a lot of tough plays like that. I don't want to see anyone get hurt from, our team or, their team. But that's part of the game. The only way you can guarantee someone not getting hurt is you never play. You can get hurt in practice. You can get hurt, coming back to shoot at night by yourself. So it's part of the game. And so, whatever, I love Julius. I know, he's going to give us whatever he can. So that's the best part of him. He has a very high pain tolerance. He's a great worker, loves the game, and it's unfortunate. He's really worked hard all season long. To be off the summer, not off because he had to recover from the surgery, but he wasn't cleared until training camp. And then to be where he is, it's a testament to him and the work he's put in. I thought.
And leave it to Big Bubba to call during Tom Thibodeau's interview, but we won't go there. You know what I mean? We won't go there, but leave it to him, obviously. But Tom Thibodeau, I definitely think he's concerned. How can you not be? You know what I mean? When asked how concerned, he's flat out told you, very, very concerned. I am too. I'm concerned about this guy on the phone, and his thinking processes. What's going on, man?
What's going on, Sim, Tony? First and foremost, man, congratulations on getting the channel back.
Well, I had the channel, the monetization back. Yeah, I appreciate that.
I told you to. Come on, man. Make it happen.
Yeah, I knew you had that pull. I knew. That's why I gave. I gave the call. That's why I gave you the call.
Oh man, Sim. Listen. I know you're gonna say something when I say this.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for it. I'm just waiting for it. Because I can. Go ahead.
Oh, here you go.
Go ahead.
All right,
say something. Because a couple years ago you would have been like, yeah, this is good. So now we can see that we can play without him and we can trade him. Go ahead, say something.
Hey, listen, man. I'm gonna say this. I'm a Knicks fan first. So if it affects the team in a negative way, that's what I'm gonna. I feel a type of way, and we're gonna miss Randle right now. We're gonna miss him. Oh, this guy, you happy now?
I mean, you ain't giving me no new news. I know we're gonna miss him.
Nah, but Sindo, man, listen, man, it's 24 points, man, and 10 rebounds, and just the impact Randle has on the team right now on this current Knicks team. It's gonna be tough, man, and I'm more in the line of I'll probably start the Precious. Because listen, man, we're already we talked about this before, man. We're already a short team. We're already a small team. And just I would just feel more safer. And you still got to save OG, man. Because to me right now, OG is a first team all defender. He should be a first team all defense. I don't want to wear OG out guarding power forwards. I'd rather save him for the for the small forwards and stuff. I give Precious in there. Thank God Isaiah Hartenstein's back, like you said before, man. That was big. But you got to make a move.
But maybe OG don't have to play the power forwards. Maybe he can continue to guard who he was guarding, and Josh Hart can defend the power forwards.
But said, man, you want a 6'5" dude? And I get it. And listen, we all love Josh Hart. We know he's a dog. But at the end of the day, said, man, he's 6'5".
I dig it. That's why. And listen, I said I would not rule out Precious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I won't rule him out.
I'm more comfortable with Precious. I think Precious is probably better. But also, too, I mean, with the whole thing with Ian Begley, what he said about that, knock on wood, God willing, that they didn't see anything abnormal, and let's hope it continues to be like that. I still think, to me, even let's say best case scenario, nothing happened, he was sore. You're not gonna play Julius maybe for a couple games, maybe 2 weeks, maybe. If everything goes well.
Hey Tony, hold on, hey Big Bubba, hold on for a minute. Hey Tony, can you carry the conversation with Big Bubba for a minute? And
I got you.
I'll be right back. All right.
Got you.
I just got to handle something real quick. Big Bubba, keep going. Just don't give Tony no problems.
Yeah, I can't make no promises.
Can you do that?
I'll try my best. Tony, we good, right, Tony?
Yeah. What's up?
Yeah, no, I was saying, Tony. So my thing is, the best case scenario, like Ian Begley said about the report that there was no. They said they didn't find any damage yet. They didn't find any damage. I'm still thinking you're gonna sit Julius maybe a couple weeks just so he can rest, so he can heal back up.
3 weeks minimum.
No, the best case 3 weeks. I mean, probably, it's crazy, Tony, maybe they don't play him until after the All-Star break. Maybe they give him that much time left.
That's going to be minimum. He's not playing before the All-Star break. There's no way.
Yeah. So, I mean, you got to make a move because that's about 3 weeks, probably almost a month that he won't be playing basketball. So, I mean, it's tough, man, because we do got some assets, but it's also about, too, is this messing up the Knicks plan to go get a bigger star?
I don't think it messes up anything. It doesn't change anything. The only thing I would question is, does it make them rethink who they were targeting?
Yeah.
But I don't think it changes the fact that we needed help.
Yeah, I agree with you because listen, if you have plans of go getting maybe a small forward or maybe a player off the bench, I think you still do that, and maybe try to get an additional player, like you said. We got Quentin Grimes, Evan Fournier, and we got draft picks. We got some players that people want, so we could definitely make this happen. Like I said, we're gonna have to survive these next couple of weeks, man. Well, pretty much, I'm gonna say a month. Me personally, I'm gonna say a month. We'll have to survive a month without Randle, man.
Yeah. The one thing that is positive is we've been dealing with adversity all year.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, you're talking about the scheduling, the back-to-back were ridiculous at the beginning of the season. We faced some real tough opponents, and look at us now, man. So I'm not truly really worried about it because I still think this team before the All-Star break, we can win 35 games. I think by the All-Star break, I'd be cool with 35.
Where we at now?
29?
20. Yeah, I can see
So
that.
that's 6 more games.
Yeah, I can see that. We at home for
Yeah.
another stretch after we hit the road, right?
Yeah, I think after Charlotte we go back home.
Yeah, and it's a home stretch. So, I mean, that's one of the good things. OG's coming. It seems like he's progressing in his offensive side and showing more and more as as he gets acclimated. It's gonna be tough though.
Listen, I think this is a good time for Obi. I mean, oh God.
Did you just say
OG.
that? Oh.
I meant to say OG, not Obi. Hey, listen. And OG's on. They said Obi's on the trade block again.
So that's what I'm hearing.
Oh man, that's terrible, man. That's real. That's really terrible, man. But anyway, this is a good time for OG, man. I would love to see OG during this stretch without Randle get to 20 points a game. 20 points, 22 points a game. I would love to see that.
We're gonna need. That's the biggest question. Where does the offense come from besides Brunson?
I think it's gonna be OG, man. I think this is the time where OG can tell people, pay me as a two-way player.
I mean,
this is where on this contract, man. Because if we can't, listen, the 15 points is great. Don't get me wrong. The 15 points on the defense that he does is great. But man, if this guy can start averaging 27 points,
20 is great. But I think we still gonna need. It's gonna have to be by committee.
Oh yeah, it gotta be. It has to be because we just don't got those kind of guys right now on the team. We don't got those kind of offensive weapons that to push us to that. I mean, besides Brunson, OG, I don't know, Tony. I know we're going to get that score
Who
from.
the guys that you want the Knicks to target?
My top guys, realistic. I want to say realistic guys. I would love to get Kyle Kuzma is number one on my list. I would love Kyle Kuzma. Jordan Clarkson. I like Jordan Clarkson a lot. Malcolm Brogdon. I'm trying to think who else I really like. Kelly Olynyk. I like Kelly Olynyk. Pretty much those really are my realistic targets, man. I can't really think of nobody else that I really prefer. Who do you prefer?
I like Kuzma. I like DeRozan.
I like DeRozan too. I like DeRozan too.
It's funny. You seen Bobby Marks talk about going all out for Mikal Bridges. I still like that thought, man. I would give up 4 picks.
Tony,
what?
I'm with you, man. I wish. First of all, don't get me started. He should have been a Knick this whole time. Should have been. We should have drafted him. Mikal Bridges needs to come home, man. He knows he wants to be a Knick. Man, do you know when that contract's over with him?
Say that again?
Do you know when his contract's up?
27? 26?
Ain't really? 26? I mean, that's a year and a half. Man, I would love Mikal. I would definitely give up the farm for Mikal, man. I'll give him a 4 first-round pick for Mikal Bridges. Him and OG and Brunson? I'm gonna tell you right
Yeah.
now. We get Mikal Bridges.
Whoever we grab though, I think we need. I think we still need to have size.
Yeah, man.
I
We
think the
gotta.
only short guy, the only undersized guy that I wouldn't mind is Bruce Brown. Because I mean he fits the same mold of a guy who can play up. You know what I mean? That can guard up, guard down,
I
championship
like Bruce
experience.
Brown, man, but we got Josh Hart.
We do.
I like Bruce Brown, but he's literally that Josh. Listen, you ever see the Spider-Man meme?
Yeah, I know. I know.
They're the
I know.
same player.
But
I get why people like Bruce Brown. I really do, but it's just we got that with Josh Hart, man.
I like Alec Burks.
I would take Alex Burks
Bring
back.
Burks back.
I think we can realistically get him and Malcolm Brogdon. Because I don't see a market for. I think what'd you give out? Second round pick for him?
For Burks.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe give Detroit their pick back. That pick
I
ain't
wouldn't be mad about that.
That pick ain't converting.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad about that, man. I wouldn't be mad about Burks. I think he'll be great off the bench, and I think his role will be completely different than what it was when he was first here. So I think he could just go back to being a scorer and doing what he does best, score the basketball. We don't need him. We don't need him to be a point guard. We don't need him to do all these extra things to score the ball, man. I'll be down with that.
Right, yes. I'm laughing. Somebody said I lost him with Burks. Quentin Brown.
What's wrong with Burks, man? He's a good.
Yeah, as long as he ain't the starting point guard, I love Burks and what he brought to the team, and he a bucket.
I'm gonna say this: Burks is better than Quentin Grimes. People are not gonna like that, but Burks is better. I don't worry about Burks being scared or nothing like that. He gonna let it. He gonna shoot that thing.
Grimes had a game tonight, though. Shout out to him.
Listen, man, Quentin has been playing like he don't want to get.
Keith Turner. He said, for all the hate y'all give Julius Randle, now y'all crying that he will be out. Welcome to my world as a Knicks fan. Like him on his way back. Stafford Don, he said 400 people in the chat. Smash that like button. We back to monetizing.
Yeah, no doubt.
So
all right, I'm back. Appreciate it, Tony, Big Bubba, for holding it down for me. I had to get on grandpop duty for a second.
Listen, man. Hey, listen, son. Listen, I'm gonna say this, man. You got the cutest grandkids, man.
Appreciate it. Had to get on grandpop's duty for a second, so
hey,
definitely appreciate that.
You got to tell Joe to calm down, though. It's like the 8th kid he got.
Yeah, he's costing my pockets, you know what I'm saying? Because I put money in a college fund for each one of them, so it's getting expensive. I told him, slow down, man. You hurting my pockets right now.
Joe got more kids than Shaq right now. You gotta relax, man.
Yeah.
Man, that's my guy, though, man. Joe's my guy. But yeah, man. Hey, Sam. I know you guys probably got more people calling, man, but I'm gonna say this, like I was just talking to Tony. I think we could get 2 free agents. I mean, two guys. My preference would be Kuzma and Alex Burks, but I can see us in a world getting Alex Burks and Malcolm Brogdon.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that would definitely surefire our bench to where I'm definitely confident where I don't want to say where we're going to go, but if we get those 2 guys, I got a strong indication where we're going to go in this playoffs this year. If we get those 2 guys.
With Randle being back.
With Randle being back too, yes.
Yeah.
And like I was saying, man, hopefully the news is good. I was telling Tony that, we see the report, Ian Begley, that they didn't see nothing crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But I said I would let Julius rest until after All-Star break.
I mean,
I would let him.
They still have to check the MRI. So, let's just hope, like according to Ian Begley, you guys see it on the screen, league sources confirm that there was nothing of significance found on the x-ray of Julius Randle's right shoulder. That's left people cautiously optimistic that Randle avoided a significant injury, but they won't know anything definitive until results of the MRI. X-rays cannot tell you what happened to ligaments, right? That's what the MRI is for. The MRI will tell you what happened to ligaments. So,
yeah,
we really gotta wait for that. That's when we're gonna know.
Yeah, but I said, if everything turns out good,
mm-hmm.
I'm still not playing him till after All-Star break.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much a given, right? It's going to be 3 to 4 weeks. I think that's going to be the earliest that he comes back, 3 to 4 weeks. And so you're talking about All-Star break.
Yeah, and I'm comfortable. And like I said, God willing, if there's no torn ligaments or anything like that requires surgery or nothing like that, I think that would be the least amount of time. So again, with that being said, you do have to make some moves. You gotta get, to me, you gotta get a scorer. You gotta get a scorer. Like now is more than ever that you gotta get a scorer to help get that. And you know what's crazy, Sid? I would love like Jordan Clarkson, but man, dealing with Danny Ainge, this dude is ridiculous. Like every report I see with him, man, he just wants to fleece the Knicks.
Yeah.
Like,
well, that's Danny. That's Danny Ainge. That's who he is.
Yeah, but listen, man, it's gonna be some interesting next couple of weeks, and I'm excited to see what we're gonna do, man. Super excited.
Yeah, we'll see.
And yes, we're gonna miss
Knicks...
Julius Randle.
What'd you say?
We can't have this guy, man. He heard me the first time.
I didn't hear you say that again. Nice and clear for everybody.
We're gonna miss Julius Randle.
Yes, the Knicks are gonna miss Julius Randle.
But one thing about this team, though, Sim, when one player goes down, another one steps up.
Somebody steps up. Someone steps up. I think Brunson's gonna start dropping 40 a game.
Listen, don't let him get 70. Don't let that happen.
Yo, listen, if Brunson drops 70, New York is going crazy.
It's going to be a crazy time, but hey, man, I'll let you go, man. I know you got people calling, man, but I'm going to talk to you on Monday when the game starts.
All right. Peace. Appreciate you, bro.
Peace up.
Peace. All right, so I see Greg in the chat said, that's why you take your star players out. Right? Well, how much time was left in the game? 5 minutes? Something like that?
Yeah, 4 or 5 minutes.
Knicks were up, what? 16, 17? I mean, I don't know. I guess you could have.
We were just
right.
peaking. We were just getting the lead up. You know what I mean? Like it's not like we was up for that for 5 minutes. You know what I mean? We've been up for 17.
Right.
We just ran it up.
Right. And we just seen a 13-point lead in the first half evaporate in minutes. Right? I mean, literally in minutes, a 13-point lead evaporated. Come on. You know what I mean? It's, I've seen other people say, oh, he should have been trying to pass it. G-Mo said it. He should have been trying to pass it. I mean, he was just playing basketball the way he normally plays basketball.
It's not like he
What
got
do?
called for the charge on a play.
Right, it's a freak accident. Right, he would have been going to the line. It's a freak accident. A bad fall. Greg said, "You guys always make an excuse. Enjoy it when you find out about Julius' injuries." It's no excuse. You know what I'm saying? The game had been in the balance for the entire game. You know what I mean? Entire game. I just don't believe it. Okay, Tom Thibodeau caused the injury. It would have been, if the Knicks were up 12 at that point, you would probably be saying Tom Thibodeau caused the injury. Nobody caused the injury. You know what I'm saying? It was a bad fall. I don't know why we're looking to place blame on somebody all the time. Ricardo, thank you for the super chat. Definitely appreciate it. He said, Jeff Green, JaMychal Green, or Boogie. Thoughts? Jeff Green. I like Jeff Green. I do. I like Jeff. I don't know what his contract is like. I don't know if who's he playing for right now. We just played against Jeff Green not too long ago.
It's not Denver anymore, right?
No, it's not Denver.
Philly? No, it's not Philly.
He's out in the West. Was it OKC? Portland, maybe? I don't know. He played for somebody. But I like Jeff Green. You know what I'm saying? He could be, he could be a thought Houston. Yes, Houston. Played for Houston. Thanks, Ricardo. I like Jeff Green. I don't know about Boogie Cousins, though. I don't know. The Knicks might just chill. Jeremy Nosbaum. Jeremy, Sadiq Bey. I would not mind getting Sadiq Bey because he's somebody who, even when Randle comes back, you can still use that guy. And you can put him in a trade if you need to and all of that, too. I wouldn't mind Sadiq Bey at all. I would love for the Knicks to get Sadiq Bey in the interim. I would love for the Knicks to get Sadiq Bey.
He a free agent too, right?
Would he be a free agent this year? I don't know. I'm going to check it out right now. Sadiq Bey. No. He makes 4.5 this year, and then there's a qualifying offer for 24-25 for 6.5. Yep.
Qualifying offer means he's a restricted free agent, right?
He would be a restricted free agent if the Knicks give him a qualifying offer and he declines it, then he would be a restricted free agent. If he not the Knicks, Atlanta, whoever has him, gives him a qualifying offer of 6.5 and he declines it, then he would go into restricted free agency. If he accepted it, played under that number for 1 year, then the next year he would be an unrestricted free agent.
So they could not use the exception on him because he got to be in the final year of his contract.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah. So.
Come on, get down.
I don't know, man.
My bad.
I don't know.
I kept trying to crush my computer.
I don't know. But he's someone that, I would keep an eye on. He's not Julius Randle, but you know what I mean. He can, if you want him, like you were saying, the Knicks might need a backup guy. He's still gonna have some height. He can shoot the three. You know what I'm saying? He's a powerful player. He can defend. I don't know. We will see what the Knicks plan to do.
Villanova alumni.
Villanova alumni. You know what I mean? Yeah. We'll see. Anyway, Tony, I'm gonna get up out of here, man.
Go take care of the grandpa duties, man.
Yeah, gotta do the grandpa duties, man. Make sure the little guy, make sure he's okay. So you gotta take care of those duties. probably do, about 11 o'clock tomorrow, do a losers lounge. You know what I mean? Do a losers lounge tomorrow, about 11 o'clock. Try to look past this, you know what I mean? Look past it and celebrate the win and all of that. But for those who, maybe just dropped in to get an update, if you haven't heard, Julius Randle has dislocated shoulder. According to Ian Begley, league sources confirm that there was nothing of significance found on the X-ray of Julius Randle's right shoulder. All right, and it's left people cautiously optimistic that Randle avoided a significant injury, but they won't know anything definitive until the results of an MRI. All right, now, just to go a little bit further in talking about a dislocated shoulder, Jeff Stotts, and this was retweeted by Ian Begley, the primary concern after a shoulder dislocation is the associated soft tissue damage, the ligaments, the labrum, etc., which will ultimately dictate treatment options. The average time lost for an in-season nondescript shoulder dislocation is 31 days, about 12 games. So I think that's probably the best that we can ask in this situation, to be honest with you. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I definitely appreciate you guys being here with me tonight. Your patience, and while I, went and made sure my little tiny grandbaby was okay. You know what I'm saying? My granddaughter woke up and seen that something was going on and brought him to me, said, "Pop." All right, I had to go take care of him and make sure everything was all right. So I'm going to head off, ladies and gentlemen. Tony, any last thoughts, any last words or anything?
Nah, man, I see you in the morning with the Losers Lounge.
No doubt.
And speedy recovery for Randle, man.
Yeah, man.
And hope the Knicks just keep the ball rolling, man.
Yeah.
It's been next man up all year long, so ain't nothing change.
Yeah, let's keep it going. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate your time. See you tomorrow. We out. Peace.
This is NBK, nothing but Knicks. When Sim passed the assist, you know that it's #1 show that breaks down the game. If you can't play defense, stay out my way. Dribble the ball, come down the lane. 5 seconds on the shot clock, who gon' win us the game? You wanna hear Nick updates and trade rumors? Post-game reviews, this the place you tune in. So tell a friend just to keep the ball moving. Like the page if you feeling the movement. Every game we coming to win. Give us a sub like a player that came off the bench. This is NBK, nothing but Knicks.